Social media is just such a false perception of reality. Caitlin Clark shares the secrets to staying grounded in the era of social media and fame in a sports world heavily influenced by social media. Professional athletes can easily get lost in what's real and what's not. With people having access to platforms where they can share their thoughts on various sports leagues, including the WNBA, players must find a way to stay grounded and not be affected by the noise. One superstar who has had to navigate this daily since her rise to stardom in the NCAA while playing for the Iowa Hawkeyes is Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark. As immensely popular as she has been, especially since she entered the pros, she has been a lightning rod for both praise and criticism. In an interview on the 8 Touch More podcast with WNBA legend Sue Bird and women's football icon Megan Rapinoe, she reflected on what inspires her to keep going, even in the face of sharp criticism from pundits and, occasionally, her own peers. Social media is both a blessing and a curse. On one hand, anyone can get in touch with anyone else in the world and, with a few taps on a smartphone or a keyboard, offer their thoughts and opinions to an audience. On the other hand, people feel empowered to say things they may not have the courage or opportunity to say in person. At times, these things can be hurtful or damaging to others. For Caitlin, this has become an all-too-familiar aspect of her life. With her stature as the most popular woman hooper in the world, who has helped elevate the WNBA to new heights since joining the league last year, she receives both praise and criticism on a daily basis. While the praise gives her motivation and drive to continue excelling on the court, the criticism can be taxing. However, she never dwells on such things, reminding herself that the social media world is just that, another world. You have to remember, like social media is just such a false perception of reality, Caitlin surmised. And even for myself, you don't always realize that at times, that it's not the real world. The reigning WNBA Rookie of the Year said what helps keep her feet firmly on the ground is what she sees before her when she arrives at the arena. When you're in a position where people are going to love you and people aren't going to like you, showing up to arenas really reminds me how many people are actually there supporting and loving you. Caitlin shared, like, the little boys and little girls, those aren't the people on social media caring about every decision you make or every comment you post. By now, Caitlin has gotten used to all the attention she receives in the real and digital world. She understands that in this day and age, everyone has a platform to shout their opinions, whether good or bad. But she chooses to focus on the positive and stay true to herself. I just try to show up every single day and be myself. I approach it that way, just being authentically me, she humbly declared. Whether that means answering hard questions or facing hard moments, I just try to take it as it goes. Above all, she understands the significance of the position. She's earned a role she has tirelessly worked for, and one that many women in basketball aspire to achieve. I always try to remind myself how lucky I am to be here and to be in this position. There are so many people who would kill to be in my shoes, Caitlin expressed. Yeah, there are going to be hard moments, but at the same time, there have been a lot of really good moments, too. So, that's what I try to remind myself, honestly. This season has been a mixed bag for Caitlin as she has endured numerous injuries, including a hamstring strain that kept her out of the WNBA All-Star game last Saturday. However, with the Fever stretch run starting on Tuesday, she's determined to push through and help her team improve on their first-round exit last season.